You may have heard it said that it's easy for statistics to lie. Well, keep in mind the statistics are just numbers, they can't really lie. But what could be happening is that one particular group is showing you a picture that they can make with those statistics that sort of tells their side of the story. Let's take a look at how that could be done. An economic report states that the median income of a region has improved dramatically, and the following graph is included. This could be from a government agency trying to say, wow, look at the great work we're doing in this community. And if we look at this graph, we can see, wow, look at the upswing in the median income. It was really low and it has shot up to a much higher number. And certainly when you look at this, there's definitely been improvement and it looks extremely accelerated. It looks like this median income has taken off. One thing I want you to notice here is if we look at the y-axis of this graph, it starts at 31,000 and goes up to 37,000. What that means is the numbers between 0 and 31,000 have been removed. That means that this graph has been truncated or zoomed in on one particular piece of the graph. Let's redraw this graph using the exact same data points, but see what happens if this y-axis is not truncated. When we redraw the graph and we include the values on the y-axis that are between 0 and 31,000, we still see that the income is growing, but what we see is a very slight increase, not nearly the dramatic increase we saw before. We're using the exact same data points. We've gone from 10 years ago, we were a little over 31,000. 5 years ago, we were a little over 33,000. And now we're real close to 37,000. Those are the exact same data points over here. The only thing that's changed is the graph has been drawn a little differently. In the graph on the left, the y-axis has been truncated so that it doesn't include all the points. This zoomed us in on the part of the graph that shows the most significant growth. It has made our graph look more dramatic. However, in the graph on the right, when we included the entire y-axis, this zoomed us out and made our graph look, or the change that we would see in our graph, look less dramatic. So this is the kind of thing that people are talking about when they say that statistics are lying. It's not that the statistics are lying, it's that one particular group, maybe a government agency trying to promote the great work that they're doing, is telling you one story, and with the exact same statistics, maybe a consumer advocate group that is saying, hey, wait a minute, the government's not doing as great as that picture made it look like. Let's look at the exact same data on a different graph and see if this tells the real story. So the statistics aren't lying, it's just that one side may be giving you a picture that tells their side of the story. In addition to being aware of this in our course, this is a really important idea that I want you to be comfortable with and keep in mind when you see graphs in a newspaper or a magazine or an economic report going forward.